Okay, so we're gonna start our trenching by going around and marking everything. So we started here. We've got a T coming off of this, coming around this way. We're going to be coming from up there, replacing all this section, making that curve, put a T connector in here, head down this hill. We're gonna look for our other gutters. So we know we got one on this corner. We're gonna bring our main run down this way and pick this gutter up at the same time. So what we're gonna do is put a Y in somewhere about right here in line with this. So Y, Y, heading that way and coming from that way. Just makes sense. Now we're gonna keep working our way down and pick up the next gutter, which is right here. So it looks like we can either use a Y or a T. And for this one, I'm gonna go ahead and just use another Y. And I'll mark that on the ground here. And we've got our Y. So the reason for marking this the way we do is so that we can make sure we're laying out our trench accordingly. So that way we can minimize the digging. And then we'll come on down. We've got another one right here that we're gonna pick up. And we'll do the same thing. This one I may throw a T on. You know what? Let's just throw a T on it. Okay, so you see all our utilities are marked. We're gonna just ride this on down through here. You're gonna trench right close to this bed. You wanna be about 8 inches deep at the most. Just follow it on around. Tie that in. We're gonna tie this one in. Y. Keep heading down this hill. You know, keeping it relatively tight to everything so you're not wasting a bunch of pipe. Coming up on another Y. Grab that gutter right there. And continue. We're gonna run 2 separate sections today because we've got so much water coming through here. See how we skip over this section? Got a septic tank right there. And if we stand here and look back in here, we can see the clean out. So if we get directly in line with that clean out right here in the septic tank, in the direction that the septic tank is facing, you can see your lines right there. We're gonna hand dig this section. We're gonna hand dig up here where we have to cross this gas line, okay? We know that gas line heads back into there because they've got some markings in there for us. But we're gonna hand dig that right there. And there's our gas line right there. We always wanna work around our utilities best as possible. We're gonna put 2 runs on this house because we've got so much water coming down this back side that we're gonna separate it into 2 different lines. And actually this gutter project is going to be a bit more expensive. So rule of thumb is, I know I told you that you want to be around $1,000 walking out of here at the end of the day, but about $1,000 every 100 feet is where you want to be. So about 10 bucks a foot, okay? Okay, like I've been saying, before we unload any pipe or do anything like that, we're gonna get rid of that trencher. We rent our trencher for the minimum of 3 hours, and we get it all done by then. And before we start doing any pipe or anything like that, we're getting rid of that trencher. We're gonna take it back. So here we are loading it up to take it back, and now's a good time to go get some lunch if you're hungry before you come back and start installing your pipe. All right, so now what we're gonna do is do our hand digging areas. Get those trenches cleaned out and prepped. Right here we should be deep enough that we can just move this soil around on the bottom, step on it, get it nice and firm, and then lay our pipe in there because we're a few inches deep. So okay, so we got getting our trenches cleaned out now, getting our fittings in place, connectors, whatever you want to call them. Really the important part is just cleaning out these sections where they intersect. Continue on. Dirt should be good and loose by now. And there your 2 sits. Okay, now we're putting the pipe in. We're gonna backfill ever so often so that way it holds it in place, but we're not gonna completely bury it until we do our second walkthrough and make sure everything looks good. It's the start of it.